Hey, lads.
Go! Alright.
We're all dead.
Yeah, we all died off screen,
We
unfortunately.
have to make new characters.
Alright.
Yeah, sure. It's been a couple weeks. I'm not sure how well you guys remember last session, but from what I remember, it was fucking wild. When the party revealed to Boris that they had spared Mikhail, he was less than enthused. He explained in long terms that if they didn't kill Mikhail, the best way to revive Crabman would be another fetch quest, as burning his soul while he lived would be the least ethical torture possible. Luckily, my ability to spout bullshit and go on tangents was better than I thought, and I managed to spike Aoife's interest without dragging the rest of the party away. The other three were able to conspire, and they devised a plan at Boris' suggestion. They let Videns kill Michael, and by let I mean Jid took Videns on a walk. Videns knocked Jid cold. Videns grabbed Mikhail by the eyes, and Videns walked off in the fields, presumably to kill Mikhail. It took more than that initial few guards to safely carry Jid inside, but it's all fine now. It's been about an hour, and Jid's awake, and during which time we'll assume that Nikki went to see what Maxwell was up to and joined their card game, and we'll say that they brought it all inside because, of course, like I have a poker table.
Read 'em and weep. Boys and darling. It's a girl.
Whether or not Aoife joins the poker is up to Aoife.
Aoife will not be
hasn't
joining
returned
the
yet.
poker.
Aoife will not be joining poker, so I'm going to sit Aoife just right there. I'll sit her at the table and say she's watching. Yeah? That makes sense?
Yeah, makes sense.
Schlatt also returned shortly after Nikki joined in a freshly pressed suit, accompanied by Argyle, who I forgot to put on this map, who had a new jacket for Maxwell and refused to give it to him until he acknowledged that his last jacket was in such poor taste that it needed to be destroyed.
Listen, I understand. It wasn't the best choice, but it was what I had at the moment, alright?
Yeah, wasn't the best choice is an understatement.
Okay.
Gucci is
You get
Oh, last
teleported to a new world, and your first instinct is to fit in with the crowd instead of wearing full Renaissance fair armor. Then yeah, it probably was the most shittiest of shits out there, but.
Where were you? Portown?
I was. Where was I?
You were in York.
I was in York.
Well, that's not Portown. A couple hands worth of time goes by after Jid wakes up before Videns returns. He just walks straight through the door. If I can manipulate his token quicker. Walks straight through the door with his hands full. In his left hand, he has a long and wicked-looking dagger, and in his right, a bloody leather sack. Silence falls pretty much the whole room. And he walks a beeline to Aoife, stepping onto and over the table and chairs.
Hey.
You might want this. Poison is just about the only thing that can stop me in my tracks. And I've accidentally cut myself with that letter opener enough times to know it's harsher than cyanide. He then takes a deep breath, clears his throat, and drops the sack in Boris's lap. One demon heart, no strings attached. Hopefully that kid friend of yours grows up sometime soon. I think now would be a good time to point out or at least to point out that Aoife would now notice that Jid's bag of holding is missing, and therefore also missing is the demon that he was carrying within it. It doesn't take much more than a second grader to piece this puzzle together, and rather unluckily for you, Aoife's old enough to be a third grader, a fourth grader even, if her birthday falls particularly late in the year.
September 13th, actually.
No, that's not particularly late, but school tends to start a little before that. Videns walks to the middle table room and makes a shooing motion, prompting the people who were eating there to pick up their food and move to the other table. He then drops his axe on the floor next to the table and stands on it. His stance is wide and his arms open, in a taunting, nay, goading gesture. Boris is in shock, and Nikki seems to be trying hard to ignore what's happening. But you can tell that she understands because she's got a wide-eyed look. You didn't have the opportunity to let her in on the plan, but she doesn't look shocked. She looks worried. The kind of worried an older sister wears when she sees a younger sibling bite off more than they can chew. But whether Aoife or Videns has bitten off too much is to be seen. After all, bulls on parade turns disadvantageous one-on-ones into landslide two-on-ones, and guards don't find the mere sight of very many people to be worth running away from.
Maxwell is going to shuffle the cards. All right, lads. Who's up for another round?
I mean, it's obvious what happened.
You okay with it, dude?
Trying to think of how is she going to react to this?
I'm saying, I don't know how you would rule on her piecing things together, but I would rule that she would piece it together.
Yeah, she's got enough wisdom to piece this together.
Like my second grader comment was a joke, but she definitely has enough. She's definitely smart enough to piece this together, even if she isn't research type smart.
Would I be able to tell what type of emotion she is currently having right now? Whether it is rage or sadness or disappointment.
Roll insight for that, sir.
I guess I should make a stat block for this dagger you were just handed, as opposed to just...
Please, do tell me what emotion she's wearing on her face right now.
Well, the look on the look on her face is like blank horror struck. Though you can tell that inside she's feeling a massive surge of rage, sorrow, betrayal. And it's currently stirring inside of her, and she's trying to figure out what action is most appropriate to take.
Maxwell will wait on his words to see what emotion she decides to choose. He will also make pure eye contact with Jade and with Flonum, essentially saying with his eyes, if she jumps at Videns, you two need to hold her down.
Jid is just standing there, well, kind of sitting there just rubbing his jaw because I know Videns knocked him out pretty good.
Also holding cards in his hand.
I made a stat block for the dagger you were just handed and put it at the top of your sheets.
Oh, lovely.
It's called Toxic Dagger.
Oh boy. Ooh, that's it. No, not that one.
That's a fair bit of damage.
It appeared and then it disappeared. Oh, because it moved to the top of my sheet. Haha.
Yeah, I said it was at the top of your sheet.
It appeared at the bottom first.
Yeah, that's where it adds. Okay, now I need to open this one so that Modetto can see the field.
Also, Jojo, I feel like you should change the music for this right now.
Oh yeah, I actually have a plan. I actually planned on what music to play.
I was just sitting here like, why is this music so happy?
It's
Why is it so upbeat right now? This feels kind of dire.
Oh.
This feels kind of dire and serious, like
Okay,
maybe
heads are 1 minute.
violins or pianos or bass or something. Yeah, that's better.
Turn it up a bit. I think this song will definitely get the video copyright struck, but that's okay.
That's fine. We don't care about monetization right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I have 7 subscribers. It's fine.
Alright.
OIGA. That was close.
So, after
That's what I want.
after stirring in her emotions for a few moments, Eve is just going to stand up without a word, glance around at Maxwell, Otto, Jid, and then Videns, and then just kind of wordlessly walk out the door.
All right, who's gonna go talk to her? As soon as she walks out the door, actual Autumn. All right, who's going to talk to her?
Well, there's 3 of us he's pissed off at.
You see Videns like lay down on the table, with a relieved.
Were you prepared to die?
I mean,
Lad, she is so much more angry at us than she is at you.
you need to go. He sits up. You need to go convince her that this is my fault. Okay.
The only person I think, and this is good,
I'll go. Oh.
I was going to say send Nikki, but
I'll take Nikki with me, grabs
I mean-
her by the hand.
you like drag her along, just like but the poker. Oh. Yeah.
And I will,
the
me and
next
Nikki
thing
will go
I'll make-
talk to her.
I'll make a little thing. Background color. Let's go with a green.
I just see black.
Wait, why? Wait, oh.
You turned dynamic lighting on.
No, I did. No! It keeps making new pages instead of... Trash. Trash. Instead of letting me edit the one page. Dynamic lighting is off.
It's probably because none of our tokens have sight.
It's 'cause none of your tokens are on it.
Oh,
I made
yeah.
a new thing.
Yeah.
Okay, so I do need to add everyone's token to it. That's weird. What if I add your token? Wait, that is weird. What if I just make it daylight mode? Turn dynamic lighting on and make it daylight mode.
Well, if you turn dynamic lighting off, we shouldn't need to have our tokens on to see.
Yeah, that's super weird.
There it goes.
Yeah. I broke it.
Okay.
Look at me breaking things.
Oh, perhaps I should shift the vision on my sharing screen so that Mr. Otto can see.
Girl, Otto is having issues.
Listen, my computer is actually handling this rather well. Like, I'm surprised that I'm only using 20% of my CPU and 40% of my memory. This feels great.
All right. So how far is Aoife walking before she finally stops walking?
Honestly, she's not going far.
Yeah,
Honestly,
we're on an island.
if where you guys are is the entrance to the building, then she probably went like about this far.
Oh, then I could have just used the other map.
Yeah.
Oh well.
Yeah.
But I think having something a little less busy, I'd probably go there. Something a little less busy will be more appropriate.
Older sibling / guardian time. Okay. There we go. Actually gonna stealth for this. That's a 20.
That doesn't even beat her passive perception, sir.
Yeah.
Brother! What's your passive?
21.
Hey, Lamau.
Yeah, with the
More
24 in wisdom and proficiency in perception.
Wait.
Honestly, it was more like the stealth was for the more gentle like steps, like, all right, approach with gentleness and hopefully she won't automatically swing on me.
Imagine she whips out Bulls on Parade and fucking bashes you to the ground.
I don't even deserve that one.
I think Bulls on Parade can actually one-shot Maxwell.
Probably. A lot of things can one-shot Maxwell. He doesn't even have 100 hit points yet. So
You just reminded me of a meme. It says a lot of things can kill me. It says, a truck, a gun, what was the word? I can't remember the word. Oh, a motivated toddler.
yeah. And he just stands next to her until she either asks, "What do you want?" or "I can't believe you've done this." Or he'll just stand there wordlessly, and at some point come up with words to say to her to begin a conversation. But
Well, she's not actually standing. She's kind of.
Interesting.
She's still on her feet, but she's hugging her knees. I guess you could say kind of in the fetal position.
A standing fetal position? Okay.
Yes. She's more crouched down than actually sitting.
Maxwell will sit down next to her. Aoife, I understand where you're coming from. I understand that want to not have to kill anymore, to not want to see anybody else get hurt. Sometimes there are things that you need to do for the greater good. I admire you for being able to voice those opinions against everyone else who didn't agree with you, especially against Videns. But you also have to understand that if we didn't have to, we wouldn't have done this. Actually, Jojo,
Yeah?
could you, is there a way to deafen everybody except for you, me, and Drew right now?
To deafen everybody?
Yeah.
So that we're the only ones that hear this?
Yes.
I mean, I'd only be deafening 2 people, but yeah.
Yeah. All right. Could you please do that? Secret time.
Secret time. All right.
Secret time.
I like secrets. That's... Oh, cool. He even muted the bot.
Oh.
You will be undeafened shortly.
You
Yeah, that was-
Aoife, you will say this with Nikki here too. Cool. Obviously. I haven't told anyone else this. I haven't told anyone this. When I was a few years older than you, I was disowned by my parents. Reasons are not important right now, but about a century later, I got the opportunity to gain some closure on that. In the form of killing my father. And it was probably the most difficult thing I have ever had to do. Because if there was one thing that I dreamed of after getting disowned, it was the it was the hope that one day I would be welcomed back with his arms open and his smile wide. I understand that looked like your father. I understand that. And I can understand the hesitance of the action as well, and the fact that it's already been done. But
My daddy practically locked me in a cage my whole life. My mama died fighting some war that I'm not aware of. That I wasn't alive for. My daddy is very, very important on Mount Celestia. So he's very busy. He wanted to protect me. So he kept me hidden away. I chose the life of adventure. So I ran. I don't resent my dad for cooping me up.
You're muted. Hey, don't do that.
Hmm?
No, he was. I'm assuming Muladetto was talking to his kids.
Who? Oh, he's deafened but not muted. He can't
Yeah.
hear, but he can still speak. Wait, who's that?
Ruin the
I
moment.
didn't know this. God damn it.
Hey, don't do that. Excuse me?
Ruin the moment. Anyway.
It's no.
Anyway, so I don't resent my dad for keeping me protected. I understand why he did those things. But I wanted some adventure. I never thought I'd have to face him like this.
Maxwell tentatively puts an arm around Aoife's shoulder and kind of rubs it. Aoife, when I killed my father, little background on my father, he had high expectations for me all my life, for all of his children. Day in, day out, I would do anything to get praise from him. And, well, when he and my mother abandoned me for something that was out of my control, I felt lost. I felt sad. I felt empty. Like I was meant to do something that was so spectacularly amazing that they had to look at me. And again, those long days, those long years.
Okay, so out of character.
Yeah.
Does Nikki have anything to add to this conversation?
Yeah.
Yeah, this whole time, Nikki's been rather pensive, and at this point, it looks like she's looking for a moment to insert herself in the conversation without being rude. I've also been like drafting what I plan on having her say because I didn't expect this. I don't expect much of anything, to be honest. I expect like, oh yeah, that's what I do, and then I forget that people aren't me.
Those long years turns in the blink of an eye. I was going on 100, and I found a new passion. I found a new way of life. If I am not the simple dark elf that has combat experience, I have hurt a lot of people. I've taken a lot of lives.
Did you undeafen the other people?
I think you did.
Maybe, yeah.
I haven't said the
I
big
don't-
part about that.
It was going on for a very long time.
Yeah, it was. And when I got the chance to see my father again, a part of me wanted to beg him to let me back. But for the reason I had to kill him was because he was hurting a lot more people. And my want and my admiration and love for him as my father, I had to look past that to see that it was either the emotions I felt for him as my father or the livelihoods of of everyone else that he was affecting.
At this point, Nikki stands up and puts her hand on Maxwell's head. Aoife's not your therapist, Maxwell. I think I found an answer to your question from when we fought Mikhail. If war is the path to self-destruction, why are we fighting one? Well, if we don't fight this, we'll be destroyed anyway. Videns did what he did because he thought it would save our lives. He thinks we're going to save the world, but this isn't your world to save, is it?
I'm sorry, could you repeat that? I didn't quite catch it.
Was I too quiet?
No, just my brain didn't process what you said.
Aoife, I found an answer to your question from when we were fighting the coyote. If war is the path to self-destruction, why are we fighting one? Well, if we don't fight this, we'll be destroyed anyway. Videns did what he did because he thought it would save our lives. He thinks we are going to save the world. But this isn't your world to save, is it?
What do you mean by that?
Aren't you from another world? Weren't you cast away from what you knew and landed here with your friends?
Sorry, my mom just sneezed and I heard it from across the house. um, just because I'm not from here doesn't mean I don't want to protect people. Every life matters.
Well, if every life matters, isn't it better to send people to the afterlife when they're trying to kill people?
That is what I was getting to, Nikki. Thank you. That is the point that I was trying to make by telling her my story was that sometimes we may not want to kill somebody, but those times that we have to, those prove the happiness of other kind of. I don't know where out of character. I forgot what sentence I was gonna say, so it just
But sometimes we have to kill one to save 1,000.
that we may not want to kill, especially if it is our own blood. But I've always lived by the code of one life is better than 1,000.
Isn't it the other way around? 1,000 lives are better than one.
One kill. Taking one life is better than taking 1,000.
Ah. Let's get this clear. In the trolley problem, you pull the lever, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And if you didn't kill him, and you made an effort to protect him, you can do everything right and still lose. That is life.
Aoife, Aoife, we didn't go behind your back because
You didn't go behind your back. Stop. The Dens went behind your back.
Fuck. Jeez. Honestly. She's old enough for Videns to put a knife in her hand and offer the choice to kill him. She's old enough to know when people who she thinks she can trust can disappoint her.
Maxwell,
Yes.
if you could do it over again, fighting your dad,
Mm-hmm.
would you kill him again?
I mean, I would kill my father a second time.
Hey, Nikki, oh, please. But if I got the chance to look my father in his eyes, yes, I would. Without hesitation. Not because of what he's done to me, but because of what he could do to other people. And what he already did do to those people. No.
Aoife takes a deep breath, stands up. You can tell she's very much calmed down. She goes, okay. If it had to be done, it had to be done, I guess.
Videns thinks he betrayed you. Considering that, I think you shouldn't. I think you should be mean to him for a little while so he doesn't realize that you understand what's going on. Maybe not hurt him, but do keep that dagger.
Nikki, you are a bit of a sadist.
What?
Yes.
No. Videnza is a schizophrenic lunatic who could fucking run off and do whatever he wants. Aoife should have a way to defend herself. That's just about the only thing I know of that could stop him in his tracks.
Well, the way Aoife sees it, him handing her the dagger is basically the ultimate sign of Videnza's trust. Videnz trusts her enough to the point where he would give her his only weakness and say, if I go out of control, you can use this.
No, well, yeah, okay, but what he was really saying is that I've gone out of control. I've betrayed you. In fairness, you should kill. He was basically telling you to kill him right then and there.
Well, Aoife basically saw it as Superman giving Batman a thing of kryptonite.
Yeah.
That's how she saw it.
But either way, it would be smart for Nikki what Nikki said holds. It would be smart for Aoife to hold on to that.
Oh, she
mainly
plans on
because
holding
those
on to it.
those damage types are also useful.
Yeah.
Anyways, just so everyone else knows what I talked about. How about you roll an attack with that, anyways?
Just roll a random attack with it.
Yeah.
You'll have to tell me what it does.
Oh, are you not watching the stream?
I can't get it to play on the stereo.
Oh, you should have told me that.
Sorry.
It's all good. I just need to adjust my scene a bit. But I can tell you what it does. Or someone can tell you what it does.
So it doesn't deal a whole lot of damage, but it does manage to deal poison and necrotic damage. And
No, that's just your soul thing, maybe.
they have to pass a Constitution save or be poisoned for a minute.
Yep.
So that's fun.
Wait,
Oh.
user?
No, the target.
And for coming out and talking to her, Eve is going to hand Maxwell and Nikki each one of the magical caramels. Because those things are useful.
Magical caramels. See if I can remember what they do.
They're basically healing potions.
Yeah. Items. Aoife's candies.
Yep. So you can use a full action to restore 4 HP or a bonus action to do 1d4 HP.
All right. Are you going to head back inside?
Yeah.
Maxwell's gonna Dutch out. Is going to ponder the idea of a holy hand grenade launcher that can either hurt or heal, depending on which grenades she puts into it.
All right. I'm putting you guys back inside.
Oh boy.
And you see Videns is still laying on the table. That was only about a minute. Oh, you already put your token back. I was like, oh, you put Aoife's token back. And as you guys walk in, you kind of moved your tokens a little too eagerly. Or
I'm right above.
where'd it go? Red. Where'd it go?
While they're outside, is Boris still around us?
Boris has been sitting there in shock and processing what's going on up until the moment they walk in. Up until the moment the door opens again. It's like, Oh wait. Let's see. Where did my... Did I not write it? I thought I wrote it. There it is. Videns and Boris both approach. And Videns stops rather short.
Not wanting to be in range of throwing that dagger, I see.
Yeah. He doesn't know he still doesn't know if you're gonna hit him or not. You see that he has his axe, but low in a position where he won't exactly be able to swing it.
Low ready is what he's got.
Low ready. He can get it ready, but he's not planning on it.
Nah. Oh, back to Trooper. Ah.
Comrades, are we all right?
Okay.
Aoife, are you all right?
I'm fine.
You sit there, Videns. Oh, thank fuck. You take your time thinking of maybe a less murderous way to get back at me. For now. And he nudges, of course, we have a crab to rip from the arms of death. And with the clear sense that everything's about to go back to how it should be in what is normally a dining hall, the general feel of hubbub returns. You see Boris peeking in the bag he was given. And he waves Jid and Otto over, and I assume Otto would respond to being waved over like that. Comrades! Are we ready to bring back your Crabman?
Whoa!
With all the enthusiastic excitement of a disgruntled 9-year-old girl.
With all the excitement of a 121-year-old elf who did not expect to be having the realist talk with a 9-year-old and is now completely and utterly emotionally exhausted. Just, whoa.
Having finally obtained a demon heart and having successfully convinced Aoife that everything's going to be all right, you return. You're going to be able to bring up Crabman. It's not going to be simple, as when you enter Boris's room. Well, this isn't the complication, but when you enter Boris's room, you see a familiar face. Well, oh Jesus Christ, an injured version. An injured version of a very familiar face, but familiar nonetheless. It's Elena, but it's not the Elena you know. She's
Is it the Zelena I know?
somehow paler and looks rather emaciated.
Oh, it is the Zelena I know.
The Zelena you knew wasn't the best with money, but she also isn't stupid. She always, even if you couldn't tell, she always made sure she had enough to eat. And even if she wouldn't tell you, I reckon she had enough set aside to make sure the rest of the party, Aoife at the very least, would be able to eat if they emptied their days with empty wallets. She looks rather happy when she lays her eyes on Maxwell, and she makes an effort to stand, but cannot. She slumps down in her chair, but still rather excitedly says, I'm glad my teleport scroll worked for you, Maxie. I had this nagging feeling that I accidentally sent you to Aoife's hideout instead of to where you could meet your new friends. And this must be the little angel Boris was telling you about. The sweeter Aoife.
She is.
Seeing that Maxwell knows who I am, when I knew who I was when he first saw me, you must recognize me too. And it might be a bit more than a bit confusing. I'm also Zelena, just like how Boris is also Boris. Maxwell showing up gave me enough of a shock that I could gather the courage to act on my regrets and change my ways. running from the other evil was difficult, but I couldn't bring myself to kill her. After all, she and Boris have been my only friends since I killed the other Maxwell, which was 10 years ago now, I think.
Ah.
After the word regrets, her expression changed to a somber one, accompanied by what can only be described as a 1,000-yard stare. She shakes her head and looks back to Boris. Did you find a donor, comrade? No, Zelena. I have powerful people behind the scenes, though, and in the meantime, you can feed off me without worrying about killing me. Let's not do it in front of everyone, though, yes? It's rather gruesome.
Ifo.
Well,
Zelena nods in agreement. Blood of someone who smokes that much weed must taste awful. Okay, now you can roleplay. Sorry.
well, at the very least, I'm glad that my assumption about you probably not wanting to stay in that type of in Aoife's service was correct. I'm glad I was right about that. Also, I'm glad you're okay. I was worried when I teleported and you didn't come with me.
Okay, what do you mean okay? She can barely stand. Do you need healing? Can I help?
I don't think you should heal her.
No, I don't think you should as much as touch me. I might dissolve. I'll be okay. When you finish with your business here, Boris is going to give me some of his blood, and I'll be fine after that. If not wanting to throw up.
Same old Zelena and Boris. Always finding one way to do the thing you do. I don't know. Friendship hurt, I guess.
I think we're friends, aren't we, Boris? Yes, we are friends, Lena. Why did you think I would take the time to inscribe an invitation for you on my door so that you don't have to worry about coming in or out? I do believe Aoife was going to say something. Oh no, she did say something, the healing bit.
It won't work.
Were they fake?
Oh wait, that's because I'm pushing the wrong button. There we go. I broke the grid.
Did you convert your token to a drawing?
Nope. But you can do that?
Yeah. Or at least I don't know if you can do that, but I can do that. Like if you
not as a player. No, I can't do that.
Work our tokens differently.
I just wanted to sit on the chair.
Wow.
Aoife's keeping a close eye on Zelena. This is the first time she's seen her since she got transported to the new world, and she is eager to help in any way that she can.
I would not have made it out of that situation without Zelena. I would have died. Maybe not. I was at least faster than the other Aoife. I would have drowned her at some point.
You would have been able to run away on your own if you weren't insisting on dragging me along.
Yeah, if you were going along willingly, then then we definitely could have made it away.
Oh, I'm sure we could have, but then there would have been an angry little vampire stuck in the middle of the woods, and that's not very
I'm
good
getting
for
a
the woods.
phone call, so I gotta.
What?
Oh.
I did not catch what he said.
I didn't either. Maybe his egg roll thing. Wait, it's been 30 minutes. It's been way longer than 30 minutes since he was initially making it. Wonder what we're
Well, next thing I have planned is the cutscene. I'm not going to do that without him here.
More roleplay! Yay!
Oh, Otto! I don't think you properly met, unless you haven't met the one from our world, but This is Elena. She was in our world. She was our wizard. I'm guessing here she's the druid. Funny, you
Yeah.
and Boris swapped places. Or actually, no, Boris is a warlock.
But
Fun.
everyone calls him a wizard.
How did you become a vampire?
I was offered.
By who?
Oh god, what was his name? It started with an L sound. Lemurs, I think. He's a demon who's trapped in a box, and
Trapped in a box or trapped between dimensions?
no, in a box, in a physical box that you could hold.
Okay.
We
don't know this guy. No Boris's
He-
guy, though. Bitch.
Oh,
Oh no, Moladetto left too.
well, Detto left too.
Oh no.
Oh no, our party's falling apart.
You're dying.
I'm gonna keep going. Ethan, Maxwell, and Aoife, and Boris, and I, and Jid. Where is he? And Zeus. We found a box, and
Jid's back.
hey, I can say enough words and he'll come back. We all found this box, and Zeus is a damn.
He's gone.
I think Zeus is the word that brought him back and made him leave.
Oh,
Say it again.
And Zeus
Zeus.
being Zeus is a man who covets shiny things, and it was solid gold. So of course we let him have it, and he pawned it off on me when it started speaking to him. Because that's not always a fun thing when you're holding a trinket and it starts talking to you. And and the box told us there's a puzzle. It told us how to open it. And when we opened it, inside were... Oh. Yeah, any race, Jid. Any race.
Okay.
Inside were the severed fangs of a vampire. The box explained to us that when he had a mortal form, he
Yes.
Sorry, I've been asked about food, and I can't think of more than one thing at a time.
It's okay. I'm the same way.
Honey boys.
Hey, look, Jid broke it too.
I know how to do it. You can also clip through walls.
How
I'd
do you do
rather
it?
not, though.
Maybe
Wait.
Moladetto's phone died.
Maybe. That would be unfortunate.
That would be unfortunate.
But at the same time, I mean, I don't know if you guys would be able to do it to a follow-up session tomorrow. I would be able to, for sure.
I would not be.
Oh, no,
able to.
you have
I have
work.
work tomorrow.
Damn.
A follow-up session for what?
To fight Crabman. Because it looks like... Because I don't know if Moldetto's coming back. Are you guys pinging him? Oh, no. One of you should start pinging him. Right. And inside the box were a couple of severed vampire fangs. And the box explained to us that while he was immortal, he had accepted a deal to become a vampire. And that when a group of adventurers killed him, instead of letting his soul move on to the afterlife, they trapped it in the box and put his fangs in the box to make sure that the wrong hands couldn't get those and get free vampirism. Well, their intentions were sorely mistaken because Aoife and I used them to become vampires.
But why?
That's yeah. Why?
Well,
I
the
understand
idea
you,
of
but why
living
me?
forever. You are not you. You're not the same person you are. Aoife isn't you. The Aoife I know is in no way, shape, or form you.
I can attest to that.
She was obsessed with killing and maiming and making good things wrong from the moment we met.
See, that is the type of killing I could never get behind.
When I met her, she greeted me by stabbing me in the leg.
That is rough.
It was rather funny because she was hiding in a pot and she'd expected someone else to walk up. So, she stabbed through the wall of the pot and into my leg. And the more shocking thing is how vulgar she was after realizing that she didn't get the person she meant to get. That she had ruined her pot.
See, Aoife, very different. Very different from you. God, she was terrifying. I still have nightmares about running away from her.
Somebody needs to put her in a timeout.
I think at this point, she needs a permanent timeout. I just couldn't bring myself to do it. And besides, you're here, so this world won't go without an Aoife.
Yeah.
Unless you go home, that is.
Yeah.
But I don't think that Aoife will be missed.
At the very least, this world isn't going without a Maxwell.
Because it keeps like flashing.
Anymore.
It keeps like white flashing, and then the bar was like gone, and then it just
How
stopped.
exactly did you kill me?
Wondering what that was. Just lag. Sorry, I just needed to know.
You kind of glossed
Sometimes
over that.
computers just
Of course. They're out of the thing I want. What's the thing I get? Sorry.
Granted, I did almost just die because of evil Aoife's father. That wasn't a fun time. Throw silver throwing knife to my chest. Oh, I'm dying.
Okay. Well, I mean, I don't think I should be saying it in front of an actual child.
No, she's seen a lot and she understands a lot. You should not treat her as she may be a child. You should not treat her as a child. Treat her like the other Aoife, except nicer and.
Well, the other
far more
Aoife,
innocent.
the other Aoife still knew how to heal us, and I have a fair hand in healing as well. So what Aoife and I did is we made a bunch of healing scrolls and healing potions. We threw some silver dust We threw some silver dust in a fire, and we threw Maxwell in that fire. And we poured healing potions and silver dust on him until he stopped screaming. And then I made sure to incinerate his brain.
That is brutal.
Yeah.
Wow.
I didn't have time to describe that to you when you asked me earlier.
Maxwell looks at Aoife. If you ever, not that I'd be able to stop it, but still, if you ever, I will haunt you for the rest of your life.
I don't want to be haunted. Wait a second, I wouldn't kill you.
Comrades! We're not killing each other. We are helping each other now, right?
Yeah,
We are reviving Crabman.
If I ever see Selena again, taking all of her silver belongings from her.
Good luck with that, comrade. You might get. It might be safer just to let her keep them.
Last thing I need.
So, how long are we gonna postpone the cutscene waiting for Otto here?
Honestly,
Like, what's the
No
maximum
longer.
wait time?
the maximum wait time is now. Have you guys been able to get a hold of him?
I don't have his phone number. I think you're the only other person other than Drew that actually has his phone number.
Well, he's
I
trying.
I haven't been trying him.
I'll try him once, and if he doesn't respond,
If it goes to straight to voicemail, I think you can assume that his phone died.
yeah.
Uncle Drew. So I bought a radio and
That sounded like it went straight to voicemail. I'm assuming his phone died.
Damn! That's the damn. Yep. We've delayed reviving Crabman long enough, and he's not going to be able to join us tonight. I don't want to put it off another week.
I'm gonna play that in the server.
Let's go!
At least I'll have recorded this.
Yeah, he can see it.
Just pause for just a moment here. So my nephew here, my glorious nephew,
Yeah.
playing Roblox, and he bought a Game Pass that gave him a radio for one of his games.
Mm-hmm.
You know what songs has started playing? It was freaking Rick Astley's
Never
So
gonna
we're
give
give
up.
you up.
yeah, no, hold up. Stop. It was that song to the intro of, I think it was Demon Slayer.
Yeah.
It was to that beat.
Never gonna give you.
I'm gonna play it in the server as loud as I want. Everybody's
Yeah.
Alright.
gonna
Gonna
join the
let
So
you
now he's
down.
forcing the entire server on his thing to listen to it.
Anyways, I do believe we have a crabbed crab from the afterlife.
Yeah.
You have his body, yes?
I
Oh,
have good
you should
music.
probably hide Zelena.
I have the best music
Uh,
for us to listen
yes,
to.
Argyle's, and as he says Argyle, a breathless Argyle storms to the door if I can find
Meet
it.
me in the
Maxwell knows Crabman well enough to be like, you should probably hide Zelena because if he comes back to life and sees a vampire, he will
Some
try to kill
people.
her.
some people.
Wait, where did? Oh, there it is.
Because
Kyle.
unfortunately, our Crabman was not about that. Oh, you're undead, but you're a good undead? No, it's alright.
Runs in, breathless. Come up, Boris, you gotta give me more warning. and and he carries her out rather hastily. And you notice just how tall of a person he is with the regular-sized Selena in his arms. Oh, silly me, of course. See, Argyle was coming. He walks to the now fixed summoning circle and starts to place various gems in it. Where the hell? Various powders and gems: rubies, sapphires, emeralds, topaz, tourmaline, turquoise, amethyst, onyx, obsidian, just about any gem you can name.
Before he pulls out the demon heart, Maxwell will lean over to Eva, despite the fact that they're damn near the same height, and ask her, "Are you okay to see it?"
Oh, she killed me.
Probably not.
Do you want to turn around, or do you want me to cover your eyes?
I'll
You
wait
won't-
over here.
You won't see it for long. It won't be out for long.
I'll just wait over here.
That's probably best. We're probably gonna have to fight Crabman, so you should be in the back.
I do hope this is enough to call back his soul. Piety is not always ascetic, and unless he has truly unfinished business here, calling to the afterlife in this way is not always successful.
Don't tell us the odds. Just keep it going.
I'm kidding. I'm joking. It requires this much for even a monk who accidentally starved to death while meditating. Even the least materialistic person possible. The gems act as a conduit for soul smoke, diluting it to prevent the summoned spirit from being instantly turned into a demon. The powders are mostly baking soda. It makes cleanup afterwards much easier, as there tends to be a lot of spilt blood in this ceremony. Though I guess this time it will be not so much be the blood of returned as it is blood of the returners.
Or should not help in the case.
Hmm. It is it's unfortunate how we had to come upon this. But I hope you do realize that Vidence is on your side, even if his methods sometimes clash with yours. When your only tool is a hammer, every problem is a nail. One final thing to check before we begin the ritual proper. As far as you know, was Crabman the victim of any soul curses?
I mean, he was a paladin, so it's not really anything that we know of.
Good. So long as your knowledge matches reality, there will be no hiccups in reviving him.
Unless he got soul cursed to put it down, no matter where he is. And no, be a genuine party animal, no matter what place he's in. Then I don't think he has any soul curses.
Well, we can't know until we try. Yes.
Yeah.
Normally, I am able to move such bodies into place on my own. And he flexes, showing that he's not weak, but hunch tells me he's much bigger than that. Jid, a hand if you could.
I would give him a hand.
All right, cutscene time. You know what that means. Get muted, nerds. And let me. I should have had it pulled up. I made a little playlist. Blah, 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 blah. Where do I find my playlists? My channel? Playlists? Bam? Wait. How do I. Here you go, playlist. Sorry. I had to. Nice. And then thoughts. The playlist does not exist. I have to make it public. God damn it. Private, unlisted. Of course, I run into a technical difficulty. All right. Once you guys manage to get Crabman's body into place, Boris makes a pass around his desk, grabbing a bowl and flask that is sitting on the corner. Once he gets back to the circle, he places Mikhail's still bleeding heart into the bowl, places the bowl at the edge of the circle above Crabman's lack of a head, and kneels down to hold the flask over the bowl. As I pour this holy water into the bowl, conjure in your mind your mental images of Crabman. The way you know him, the way you see him, the events by which you know him best. As you were all thinking of those moments with Crabman that totally exist and aren't just a string of murders and Deus Ex Machina, Boris was pouring holy water onto the heart, which made the most ear-wrenching, sizzling sound you've ever heard. And Maxwell has probably melted people, but this is genuinely painful to hear. The smoke, however, smells fantastic, like cinnamon and other more impactful but less iconic spices. The words Boris and incants are probably of a dozen different languages, and you all recognize some of them or the other, but as a whole, it's gibberish. While the smell. Wait. And once the cinnamon smells go away, it's just holy water. But the smoke wafts over the gems, turning them all black, then gold. Once Boris finishes speaking, the heart has dissolved completely. The gems are all a solid gold sheen and begin to glow as tendrils of light reach up both into the ceiling and towards Crabman's fatal injury, building upon his collar a new neck and a new head and even a new chef's hat. A less pleasant thing you notice, as Crabman's body begins to stand, is his old set of armor falling off and a new set of armor materializing over it, and a spear and shield materializing in his hands. He stands to his fullest, and his body gains his face gains a cocky smirk. You hear a familiar New York chuckle, and see the man lash out 4 times, striking down the armor sets that have been propped up around the summoning circle. It's gonna be fun. Roll initiative, boys! Crab is on the menu, whether you like it or not.
I just don't want my joke to go to waste. You said it's gonna be. He was essentially speaking gibberish. That is a shit roll.
I got to put Crabman on the field. Here we go, Crabman.
When you said he was speaking gibberish, I was like, the golden goose farts on your face. What?
And then, okay, save, click.
Shit.
Oh, that should not be public.
That's a shit roll I got. And yet,
Wait, why
somehow still decent.
Why is he making a dexterity save?
Because I couldn't figure out how to add 10 to his initiative as a as a token, as an NPC. Not 0.3, it's points. 1-3, and then I need to roll an initiative. I thought I had Nikki open. This is what I get for focusing more on cool writing than on the actual logistics. Also, I wasn't planning on. I didn't plan the length of the music. I was just speedrunning my narration. See, Crabman. Oh, auto. Oh, I guess I don't need this second tab open.
Maxwell yells out, "Why do we need to fight him again?"
You don't exactly get an answer. You don't have time for that.
Shit. Princess
From-
Trunks. I feel a Princess Trunks moment coming for some reason.
Who?
Princess Trunks. Oh God, no! You lied to me. I did no such thing. You dirty boy.
Okay.
Goku, get me out of here! Instant transmission me! Instant transmission me! The fuck out of here!
All right. I don't know why it says Flom is concentrating on a spell. He's not. It's Flom's turn first.
But he is
And
not
he's-
present.
He's not present, but I'm gonna pilot him because you need all of this. And he's gonna attack with the Emperor because that makes sense.
Everyone bring out their stand for this.
That misses.
Not looking forward. Not looking forward to it. That's a plus 12. I have a plus 11. This is not going to be a good day.
Aoife, it's your turn. Oh, he's back!
He's back!
Hey!
Okay. Damn!
Sorry, my phone died.
I knew it!
Yeah, we knew it. We knew it. I called you and it went straight to voicemail.
Where's
Oh my
my
God.
dollars?
We didn't make a bet. And I'm recording, so there's video footage that we didn't make a bet.
Damn. Fucking evidence.
Yeah, and I'm gonna be posting this to the internet, so.
Damn. Video evidence.
Of course, just as I. Are you gonna be able to view if I share my screen?
I'll be able to puke you peek every now and then.
Oh, never mind.
I'm-
Like, it's mostly gonna be like hit, and ask you what you're gonna do on your turn. But it's Aoife's turn.
Oh boy. So I gotta check which spells I have prepared.
And maybe prepare new ones. I won't see. I'm not checking your sheet.
What save would I be making to make sure I don't shit my pants? Strength for the clenching of my sphincter, or Constitution to make sure it doesn't just all fall out.
I don't know. Which of your stats is lowest?
Currently Wisdom.
Yeah, I would have said a wisdom save to reject the fear of having
Yeah.
shake.
Yeah, make a wisdom save.
I was joking.
Make a wisdom save. Maxwell can't help but make it sound like as it takes all of his strength, as it takes all of his, literally all of his strength to not shit his pants.
Okay, well
That was a close one.
I am just out of range of a melee attack. So
You know what you could do?
what could I do?
You could walk up to that other space, summon your stand in the adjacent space, and then your stand would be in range.
I could do that.
Or you could just summon your stand right next to him.
There we go. I'm gonna go right there. And see now. Now he's within 15 feet of me. I'm going to try something. I don't think it'll work. But I'm gonna try it anyway. Guys, wish me luck. So
I'll roll his saves publicly so that you know whether he passes or fails. His attacks, however, could just be rolled privately.
okay, well, I'm going to spend a second level spell slot to cast Calm Emotions. Try to calm the crab down.
Be charmed or frightened. Indifferent. That is hostile toward. Okay.
Does that say fucking 34?
Wolf.
Jesus Christ.
He rolled really high.
Rolled. Dude, he could have rolled a freaking 2 and. Like, he literally would have had to roll a 2 to not pass.
To be fair, that's charisma. His charisma save is plus 16.
Jesus Humphrey Christ.
To be fair,
Saves
to be fair, if he was a regular level 20 paladin, it would only be it would still be plus 14.
Alrighty, well, I guess that's her turn. She tried to calm him down, it didn't work.
Has he rolled any other saves yet?
Nope, just the one.
Okay.
And it's his turn.
What?
And we'll ignore. Where would Otto be in relation to the summoning, the revival ritual, with the knowledge that he had? We'll ignore that first turn I made for him before you joined.
Where would Otto have been?
Yeah.
Within 10 feet of wherever he was coming out.
Okay, I'll just put him at the 10-foot mark.
Although, out of curiosity, would that have triggered Sentinel?
Would what have triggered Sentinel?
Him popping out?
No.
Damn.
No, the creature was already in range.
Okay.
It going from dead to alive didn't change the fact.
Oh, so we're not fighting a spirit, we're fighting Crabman himself.
Yes.
Fuck.
Now do you understand why I didn't want to do this?
I thought we were gonna be fighting, like,
Sure, I'll take a stare, miss. Crabman walks up. He seems to be in a rather jovial mood, like, you know, the way that the way that a level 100 character returns to the starting area of a video game.
oh, fuck.
And he stabs out with that spear of his, once at Jid, and once at Otto. He misses against Jid, and he hits Otto. Do you have resistance to either piercing or radiant damage?
I don't think so.
I know you don't. I'm pretty sure you don't. You take 19 piercing and 11 radiant damage for a total of 30 hit points of damage. He then...
Wait. Did you say he moved within 5 feet?
He was 10 feet away, right? And then he moved up to you.
He didn't
wait.
enter. He was already in your range, so.
Yeah.
I'm remembering bits and pieces of what's on my character sheet, and one of them doesn't pertain yet because I haven't used a bonus action to do it.
Oh, that one.
Yeah, Tunnel Fighter, if they move 5 feet within my range, I get to hit them.
Thank you.
But I have to
Did I get a blizzard?
that.
No. Did I get a blizzard? Okay.
Hey, Jojo.
Oh, and yeah, no, I'm just keep going. I'm keeping going, and he bashes out with his shield. Thanks.
Oh, damn.
That right? It's your flag. Cool that you can do that with that. He does a little shield bash against Jid and hits Jid for 11 bludgeoning and 6 force damage for a total of 17 points of damage.
How much damage for you?
17. And we're gonna say that Crabman is just warming up and move on to Vident.
Fuck. Shot.
Who and Vident forgets that wait. Oh, never mind. It's Polar Master that does the other thing. I did not give Crabman that. Videns does one of those classic leaping jumps over everyone to get behind Crabman. And whips his axe down. And hits.
Yeah, well, with the
Hope it
34,
hit.
I would hope it would hit.
Yeah, it didn't make his AC that high. Oh, hold on, never mind. Wait.
Excuse me?
I was
You
just
don't
seeing.
say never mind after saying I didn't make his AC that high. Never mind. Wait.
I had to check something. I almost made his AC that high.
I'm sorry, what?
So it hits Crabman square in the back. And you can see his health bar, right? Yes.
Yeah.
I will let you know that he does resist fire damage.
Perfect. I don't have anything that does fire damage. Nikki, however, that's bad.
Nikki ignores fire resistance.
Sweet.
Elemental adept. Sorry, I'm just double checking. Okay. Brings it to Maxwell's turn. Or wait, no. Videns can make more attacks.
Like the Dens can make 5 attacks?
Yeah.
That's overpowered even by overpowered levels.
Yeah, why do you think he's squarely an ally? And why he handed you a weapon he was specifically weak to when he wanted you to fight him and dropped his axe? The 27 would have hit,
But
but you see Crabman bat the axe away on that attack. Bat his well, it wasn't the axe, it was his claws. Bat his claws away, like let go of his spear, whip around, hit his hand and grab his spear again. In the blink of an eye. He also stabs backwards with his spear.
Alright. Hopefully he doesn't have any ranged attacks.
You know what the great thing you can do with a spear is?
what's that?
So,
Throw it.
yeah, but he kind of needs it right now, so I'll just hope that he doesn't realize that I'm about to shoot a gun at him. Is that it?
Yeah, you can go. I just had to check Videns' resistances.
What type of save do they have to make? Sweet. As Maxwell's action, he is going to cast Fairy Fire. So He quickly dives into his bag, finds like some type of disco light thing that shines multiple colors, and kind of just yucks it at Crabman.
Can you put fair? Oh, there it is. Okay. Hmm. It's a good thing. It's a good thing I didn't make that one very high. Oh, I meant to roll that publicly. Oh, but it was a nat 1.
Oh, fuck yeah.
So, what's a good symbol for fairy fire? Hmm. None. We'll just do a yellow dot, and that is concentration.
Yeah. And then Maxwell is going to run over here and kind of duck behind this this couch right here. Maybe I can't hide, but you know, obscure his view from Maxwell effectively.
Aren't you a rogue? Can't you use your bonus action to hide?
Yeah, you can use
I
your bonus
can.
action to
I
hide.
just didn't know if I could actually hide.
It's a couch. You can hide behind a couch, right?
I guess, yeah.
Brings us to Nikki, who okay, how did you break the grid with your character?
Oh,
Drew.
The Alt key.
Alt key.
Alt and drag a character, and they'll stay wherever they're
Okay.
fit.
So Nikki stands on this chair. And what cool spells did I give her? I think we'll do
I'll be right back.
this one. At a level that she can totally cast it at. And she angles it such that, because of how tall Crabman is, it only hits Crabman. Oh, she rerolls those ones. She treats those ones as 2s. So it's 32 if he fails the save. And he's supposed to roll his saves publicly. He passes that, so he takes half, but his resistance is ignored. This brings us to Jin.
You get advantage, sir. Actually, anybody
do.
who's rolling an attack roll against him gets advantage. Spell attack, range attack. I don't use fairy fire much because most things we fight have a good dexterity, but man, when it works, it's really good.
Crabman has a plus 12 to his dex save, by the way.
Fuck. That is luck.
He has what?
What?
Plus 12 to dex saves. His lowest is plus 11. His lowest save is plus 11.
But everybody who's rolling an attack against them gets advantage, and I'm happy. I'm happy.
And his bloated AC did not account for you guys being able to use advantage against him. So you should be able to hit him now.
Jade, you there?
Mm-mm.
Take it away, Pony Man.
You here?
Oh
You
no.
might have passed out.
I'll call him.
I hear snoring.
I think that was just. There it is. I see that his thing is green. Was that me? Is that my phone? Is that the phone call?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I heard his phone buzz.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he is asleep then.
He's dead, Jim.
He's dead, Jimmy.
Which makes sense. He did say he had to get up early.
Yeah.
He probably had to get up early today, and he was probably tired from that. Oh, hello?
Hello?
You here?
Maybe if I call him one more time. Nope. Are you there?
Oh, he's snoring.
Yeah.
Yeah, I said I hear. Oh,
Well,
This man is out for the count.
in that... man. I was hoping to finish this fight tonight, and we only just got started.
Well, we did spend a lot of time role playing.
We did. And that isn't necessarily a bad thing.
You motherfucker, you got Dairy Queen without me?
Yeah.
Son of a bitch.
Yep, he's out.
Alright. Then I say we will let the man sleep.
At least until he wakes up naturally.
Well,
Because
and by
he's
let him
sleeping good.
sleep, I mean... By sleep, I mean end the recording and
Ah,
pick this up next week. Like...
Okay,
I
so-
mean, unless you guys want me to pilot him, but I don't want to like take this away from him.
Yeah, no, let's wait and do this next week. That way he can get the satisfaction of fighting alongside us to defeat the Crabman.
Yeah.
All right.
Because heaven knows I wouldn't want to accidentally miss out on this.
No.
Especially since this is spoilers, but this is the first multi-stage boss fight I've written.
Oh boy. Yeah, so he's not going to want to miss out. So we're cutting it here?
Yep.
Alrighty then.
Good night, folks.
Sure.
We will see you next week.
I
Hopefully,
gotta.
a more awake and alive Jid.
Hopefully.
Maybe.
Good night.
All right, and recording is stopped.